Hello, everybody, and welcome to English Grammar with Ameya sir. And I know what you are going to ask. Hey, what happened to the cultivation? Well, it got harvested. This is known as the dandruff special doctor recommended haircut with the machine. It's called the zero cut, whatever you want to call it. And so, from this Ameya to this Ameya that you have seen to this current avatar. Well, the cultivation will yield soon. But today I've got something very special for you. What's it? I'm going to deal with an FAQ today. So what's this FAQ? Frequently asked question. And the one that we are going to deal with is, what exactly is Mr. Bachchan saying as Anthony in the famous song, My Name is Anthony Gonsalves? Guys, it's very important. The question that it's not a very recent query. I've been asked this over the years about what exactly it is it that he says in that song. So we are going to take a look at it, and how would this video be really effective is that when you have the words in front of you on screen, you should have the song ready so that you can play it and then learn the words. It's really cool. If you do that, I'm sure you'll have some comments. And the reason I've chosen to do this one in particular is because there are not many entries on Google. Even if you try to Google this, there are there are sites that mention the words, but they are not accurate. There are one or two such places where really you would find something authentic. And now you know one more, which is Ameya sir sharing this with you. So this is important, and you would love doing it with Shri Amitabh Bachchan if you have the song ready. So play it with the song. Have the YouTube ready, play the song, and then enjoy these words. Before we actually get to the words, let me share some important details about the vocals provided by Shri Amitabh Bachchan. The background of it, that is. Guys, emergency was declared in India in 1975. I think the then Prime Minister of India was Srimati Indira Gandhi. That was in 1975. The release dates of a lot of movies were affected due to this, and I'm sure that this movie, Amar Akbar Anthony, was also ready by 1975, but eventually it got released, I believe, in 1977. So a lot of movies were affected. The lines by Mr. Bachchan are almost identical to the speech given by the British Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli, and that was in 1878. So you can see that it's a gap of almost 100 years, and you can see that the image that you have of the British Prime Minister is exactly how Anthony is dressed. I feel there is an uncanny resemblance. And another thing is, due to emergency, I think this promoted, this actually was thought because of the emergency that let's have some words by the British Prime Minister. Although remember, I'm saying that they're almost identical. The words are not exactly the same, okay? Initially, the character was chalked out as Anthony Fernandez. Guys, that's very important. Anthony Fernandez was thought of, but the music directors thought that this was not going well with the song. And then, in fact, Anthony Gonsalves was the name that they came up with, and this was the name of Pyaralal's violin teacher. The music directors are Lakshmikant Pyaralal. So Pyaralal's violin teacher was Anthony Gonsalves, and eventually they settled for this name. And it is right, is it not? Imagine if the song was with Anthony Fernandez. My name is Anthony Fernandez. When my name is Anthony Gonsalves really has gone well. So sometimes those are the kind of corrections or things that they have to work with, and I'm sure that the final product was loved by all. We all love that song. Let's continue and let's see a few more of those details. The period of emergency, I've said this actually, that this could have inspired the makers to include the words spoken in the British Parliament. Okay, this is just a guess. I'm not very sure of this, but just I surmise that must have been the case. One thing is for sure that there is a lot from the vocabulary point of view, and that's why I've chosen this song. There are many songs where, they are Hindi songs, but you have got English words in them. There are many such songs, okay? But I've chosen this because this is something that's really challenging. You will enjoy that. I have no doubt about it. Remember, when I share the words with you, the vocals provided by Mr. Bachchan, have the song ready. And then you can have the words so that you can tally. And it's fun. I will also tell you why I've said that the words are almost the same. So there are differences in what was said in the speech and what the song offers. Also, another thing is there are sometimes substitutions made. We will talk about it when we get there. There are three occasions where he provides the sort of the rap singing. It's not exactly rap, but then English that's spoken fast. So let's now start with the words. Actually, I think we're done with the background. Let's see what this is. So actual words, and this is the opening. We are definitely going to see what the words mean because they are tough, believe me. So initially it just says wait, wait, wait. It's thrice. After that is the main part. He says, you see, the whole country of the system is juxtaposition. Guys, this word is important. Juxtaposition. That's why I thought I'll share this with you, because many a times if you Google this, they will give you just a position. It's not just a position. The correct word for this is juxtaposition, which means is what we'll find out soon. I'll tell you everything in the glossary. Let's continue. By the hemoglobin in the atmosphere, because you are a sophisticated rhetorician. Now, rhetorician is another meaning that we shall see. Intoxicated. Well, let's talk about this. Guys, intoxicated actually was not the word spoken in the parliament. You remember, as I told you, this was a speech by the then Prime Minister Benjamin. So he actually used the word inebriated. I repeat, he used the word inebriated. You can look it up. And inebriated is a very formal word which means under the influence of alcohol, drunk. But here the word was changed to intoxicated. I don't know why they did that, but that word has been changed. So the original word in the speech was inebriated. Inebriated. By the exuberance of your own verbosity. Now let's understand every word that is tough. I said it is not juxtaposition, it is juxtapose, and the word is juxtaposition. Place close together or side by side. Rhetorician is someone who is skilled at speaking. Someone like Ameya sir. Skilled in using language. Exuberance is cheerfulness and liveliness. And verbosity is using more words than are necessary. Of course, this was exactly the purpose why this was done. Now, let me read it once. He says, wait, wait, wait. You see, the whole country of the system is juxtapositioned by the hemoglobin in the atmosphere because you are a sophisticated rhetorician intoxicated by the exuberance of your own verbosity. That's what he says. I'm sure, again, I don't need to tell you, but let's remind you that you should actually have the song ready and you can pause this and then maybe sing along. You would definitely enjoy this. Then there is something before the first stanza. What does Mr. Bachchan say? He's saying, you see, such extenuating circumstances coerce me. Now, this is one word where you really need an expert. So many sites that if you Google this, they use the word coax. C-O-A-X. C-O-A-X. But it is a correct word, but I don't think that's the word. The word is coerce. C-O-E-R-C-E. We will find out the meaning like we did in the last slide eventually, but it's not coax, and that's why I've chosen to make this video. So, coerce me to preclude you, we're going to see the meaning, from such extravagance. Now, mind you, this word can be said in two ways as far as the stress is concerned. Either you put the stress on vagance and say extravagance, but in the song you will find that the stress has been put on tra. So he says extravagance. Notice the subtle difference, guys. Notice the subtle difference. If you put the stress on va, then it comes out as extravagance. Extravagance. But in the song, he's put the stress on tra. So it's extravagance. He says he puts the stress on tra. Okay? Extravagance. That's what he says. And not extravagance. Both are correct ways to say it though. And now let's see the meanings. Here you would have extenuate, which means to mitigate, to lessen the seriousness of something, to reduce the intensity of something. Coerce is the word I told you and not coax. Persuade someone to do something by force. Preclude is to prevent something from happening or prevent someone from doing something. That's the word, preclude. And as I said, extravagant is also correct, but Mr. Bachchan says in the song with a stress on tra, extravagance, he says. And extravagance with the CE is the noun form. I have used the adjective form here, which means exceeding or going beyond what is reasonable or appropriate. That's what it means. Okay, again, whenever you are ready with the song, do play along, pause this video, and then do that. At the moment, let's go to the ultimate, the wordings before the second stanza. Here is what he says. You see the coefficient of the linear, then there is a trumpet music piece, is just a position. Again, there is a trumpet music piece. And he says, by the hemoglobin of the atmospheric pressure in the country. That's what he says. Now, the words here to note are coefficient, which is the number or the constant before an algebraic expression. So, let's say if you say 4xy square, let's say you write 4xy square in algebra, then that number 4, which is the constant at the start, is known as the coefficient. But other than that, there is one more entry that we should study, which is linear. Okay, he says that it's just a position and coefficient of the linear. So linear equation is an equation between two variables that gives a straight line when plotted on a graph. Guys, straight line plotted on a graph, and that's why when you watch the video you will see that Mr. Bachchan to highlight this actually just straightens his umbrella. The word for umbrella is brolly. So he just straightens it just to show the linear equation or something like that. So those are the three main sections where you have Mr. Bachchan speaking those epic English lines, and now you know a bit of history and where they come from. Again, I will say this, that they are not the exact wordings, and in fact the trumpet piece, the trumpet music piece actually is good because it is not said in that exact manner or chronology in the British Parliament. It was not done like that, so it comes at the right time. Remember, intoxicated was a word modified. The original word said in the assembly, the British Parliament, was inebriated. That means drunk, under the influence of alcohol. And remember, the word is not coax, it's actually coerce. And I have no doubt that you will have some comments, surely. So listen to the song and play along, sing it, and that actually gives me a very nice idea. What's that idea? The idea is that if you are only someone who sings Hindi or Marathi, then you can give English a go. You can actually sing something in English. Why not? And I have already said that there are many such songs, but one particular one that comes to my mind immediately apart from this is in the movie Lagan. You have this character Elizabeth who got some lines written by Ashutosh Gavarikar, the director himself. The name of the song is Ore Chore, I think, and there the lines Elizabeth gets is somewhere before the stanza in M1 and also in M2. What are the lines? I think my heart that speaks 1,000 words, I feel eternal bliss. The roses sprout, the scarlet pouts like offering a kiss. No drop of rain, no glowing flame has ever been so pure. If being in love can feel like this, then I'm in love for sure. Something like that. But all in all, it's a good idea to give English singing also a try. Hey, if the English words are so interesting, then yeah, sure, why not? And that can add to the talent that you have. Try singing in English. It could be anything, not just from Indian cinema. It could be anything. And precaution, very important. When you do sing in English, do not put on a fake accent. The way I'm speaking right now, the perfect neutral Indian tongue is the best, devoid of any MTI. MTI, mother tongue influence. Just speak neutral Indian English. But hey, try to sing something in English. I would love that if this is going to bring about improvement, overall improvement. And especially if you have not given English singing a try. Why not do that? Okay. All right then. Enjoyed thoroughly bringing this to you. Once again, let's take a look at Ameya 1 and Ameya 2. And very soon this cultivation will yield. And by the way, from the next week, I think from Saturday, let's say, the coming week itself, we will again start with the 9th and 10th standard. There was a break and we focused on Marathi medium for a while, but now back to the English medium. And until that time, do take care. Let me know if you actually heard the song and enjoyed this. Leave some comments. Thank you so much. We'll meet again soon.